Hey everybody, welcome back to Transsexual Sunday. My name is Diana Salami. Actually, I filmed this during the week because this is Labor Day weekend, and for those in the United States, you know that that's a celebration weekend for us. It's usually a long weekend, and we've got so much we've got to do before the actual weekend sets in. We're having a sale over at our booth. We're trying to get rid of our white wicker so that we don't have to store that for the winter. So we've got that everything going half price. So, yeah, then we've got a cookout on Sunday. So I won't be able to do something actually on Sunday, but I'll put this up on Sunday. You know the spiel. If you're not 18, you need to click it out because we're not here to groom anybody. And you can see by today, I haven't even groomed myself. We've been on a buying trip all day, all morning and afternoon, and we just got everything unloaded. And I'm resting. And I thought, I'll just go ahead and do this. I'm sitting here in my swing in my back garden, and you can see a fence back there. There's cows back there. Even though this is actually in town, but it's right next to what would be countryside and farmland back behind us. So I get the best of both worlds. So a friend of mine was talking to me this week, and she was talking about the fact that I am so confident and secure with myself, and she wondered how, I had been able to do that. Well, for those of you who have already went back and watched some of my older videos, you'll know that I ran away from home when I was 13, dressed as a woman, driving my mother's Volkswagen. Well, I spent several days, 75 miles away in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. And I went out and ate, went to the movies, went shopping. I did all the regular things that girls do. And I never had any problems. So after I went through all that, I realized that people thought that I was a girl. Then when I turned 16, of course, I got in trouble for running away. That was a bad situation. But when I was 16 and got my driver's license and I started going out on the weekends, my parents thought I was going to the movies. And sometimes I did go to the movies, but I would go to a town that was 20 miles away so that there wouldn't be readily people that would have known me. And with me dressed and everything, nobody ever recognized me. There were some times that I felt nervous when I would recognize people that I knew, and I would try my best to kind of stay clear of those people, but that they wouldn't have recognized me. So my confidence was building. And then when I left home at 18, the day before I actually left, I had went to a shoe store to get a pair of shoes because I was moving out and I wanted a pretty pair of girls' shoes. And after I tried those shoes on and I walked around the corner, the little boy that was there with his mother said, "Mama, Mama, why is that lady dressed like a boy?" Because I had on boys' clothes getting ready to go to work. It's my last day at work. But you see, I looked like a woman. So that child saw it and sensed it, that I was a girl, even though I was dressed in boys' clothes. So the next day, I did not take any boys' clothes. I had jeans and tops, and I mean, that's what teenagers wore. I was 18. I was still young. I mean, I was 18 physically, but probably more like 12 or 13 mentally. So, for me, it was just, I stepped over. I learned real quick that it was so much easier for me than trying to pretend to be a boy, because I just couldn't do that right. I admit that I failed at being what I was supposed to be. But I took the other end of the spectrum, and it was right for me. I would have not wanted a life the way a lot of these trans women live. I would rather have lived the other way. If I had to live a restricted life with only those kind of people and some of these modern day supporters of the trans community, because those are radical people too. You know, like I've always said, everybody should do what makes them happy. But when they infringe on everybody else, that's when I draw the line. If you can't act right when you go out, if you can't take it as everybody else has to take it, because Buttercup, life will not always cater to you. No, it will not. Well, life did cater to me a good bit, but it's because I knew how to act. I knew how to go into any social setting and fit in. Because I'm analytical, I could survey a scene and pick out people that were having conversations and get an idea of what was going on. And then I just tried to mimic that. So I could fit in anywhere. You think I would have went and tried to act exactly a certain way because I can do this? No. Shit. No. You try to fit into the world, wherever you're at. You try to fit in. When I lived in the Middle East, I wore a complete hijab, covered my whole head. I didn't normally cover my face because Palestinians don't do that. The Saudis and some of those others cover their face. But there were a couple of occasions that I did go out with my mother-in-law, and she would say, for the day, let's cover our faces just for the hell of it. Of course, she didn't say hell. It was just for the fun of it. And we did that a couple of times. But I tried to fit in wherever I was. I tried to fit in. And if you can't do that, I'm sorry for you.